she said to me, which I think's quite funny really. Does this mean I can no longer use my Marvel and Star Wars passwords? And I was like, I'm afraid you can't. Today, I'm on my way to see a business about hacking, the website hacking. And the reason I'm doing that is they were hacked. We host, I don't know, 50 to 100 websites on our server, and I'm quite transparent about it. Our server was hacked amongst many other servers about a month ago, and I'm going to see them to tell them how I've cleansed the site, everything's fine, and not to worry. And the reason not to worry is, even though we've had that server for 16 years, it's run by a technical support team and is about as good as it gets, we still need another layer of security because the hackers are always trying to do better. And this is what I want you to consider. Okay? This is a 2-week report on one of the sites. And look at this number here. 454 attempts to get into the site in 2 weeks. And I will tell you what happened in the discussion today, and I will explain what this means to you. I've left the meeting with my hacked customer, who fortunately was not hacked off. She was just hacked. No, very understanding. I think everyone is, right? Anybody can be hacked. Doesn't matter what security you've got, and I'll explain why. This is how my meeting went. I sit down with her and say, look, before we start on the fun stuff, sales and marketing, all that good stuff, we need to have a 20-minute conversation about how our reality with the website has changed for not just me, but for you. I said, the job, and she had someone help her, marketing assistant. I said, the job has slightly changed. I need to change the job role of your web person, which is, whilst I have given you full autonomy previously on what you can do with the website, that means, and that's the beauty of modern website software like WordPress and so on, which means you can change your own pages, you can add links, do menus, you can do everything, pretty much. And that means you can add in new functionality, so plugins, applications, plug and play stuff. If I want to add, I don't know, a contact form, someone will have designed one, and it's free to get, I download it. So whilst I've given you that autonomy in the past, and I will continue to do so, I need to brief you on how I need you to behave, which is, everything must be updated now. If you install something, it must have a good star rating. I'm talking like, must have been used before by someone else and said it's good, not just one. A lot of people need to reduce the chances of a bad plugin. And B, you must keep it up to date. And if updates aren't available, I'm talking over a year, we must change it. So you now have a monitoring responsibility, just like I, as the owner of the server, have a responsibility to ensure adequate security, which I do. If you create weaknesses without my knowledge, that security counts for nothing. That means, and this is how this hack occurred, if you don't update software as updates become available, and most updates are security updates, you leave the door wide open and I won't know. So I have installed, this is WordPress example, but there are similar software for any website technology. I've installed something called WordFence. If you have a WordPress site, install WordFence right now. In WordFence, and that's going to really annoy you because you're going to get emails all day, every hour or so, or your person is, saying you are currently being hacked. And most will be repelled, but you will be told. And when you see the alert, if it looks suspicious or it looks unusual, I need to know. Because once they're in, they're in. So I just had one, the phone went ding, you get the ding every 20 minutes or so. And it said, your website has just been hacked with this username. The sheet of paper I held up? Okay. That list is broken down into the username they tried to get into the site with. And what you will see when you install monitoring software, I'm not talking about Norton, I'm talking about proper hacking monitoring. When you install the software, it will tell you that the usernames that are most commonly attempted are the default ones that you are given when you create the site. Doesn't matter what software you use, okay? So, as an example, when you create a WordPress site, the default username is admin. Over 50% of the hack attempts use the word admin. They also used the word support, www, your domain name, right? These people are not stupid. They're assuming we're stupid. So if I use the default username and keep it, they're halfway in. Then they've just got to get a password. Second thing I said to the company, I said, I need to speak to the lady. She's on maternity leave, right? So I need to speak to the lady and explain that she can no longer use the password she has. So I ring her up. I say, oh, bad news, I'm afraid. You can't use memorable passwords anymore. You now have to use crazy passwords like capital S, T, U, little v, 123 hash %, all the things that no one in their right mind could remember, which is very annoying. And she said to me, which I think's quite funny really, does this mean I can no longer use my Marvel and Star Wars passwords? And I was like, I'm afraid you can't. Which is a shame. So, no easy to guess usernames, and passwords. We're making it too simple. So if they add users, and I do give people full autonomy to do this with their websites, and if you add a new user for a member of staff, make it difficult to remember. Don't compromise the security. That was that. Then we went on to my dilemma, which is I'm not charging anyone for this because, well, no one knew it was going to happen. So, I'll absorb that because no one knew it was going to happen. I won't in the future. It's a 50-50 responsibility now. My responsibility is to provide security on IT hardware with the right software. That's our responsibility. Your responsibility is not to compromise my IT hardware and software facility. But it's a joint effort now. It's right, I've had to fix it. It's taken me about, 90 minutes per site, which I'm not overly happy with. However, has to be done. And I said, this is the process. Once I have been hacked, once someone's been into the website, I have a real problem because it's very hard to find out how they got in, which means if I can't find out how you got in, even if I fix the website, you might get in again. So we have to take it right back to basics, really. First job, update all the passwords, update all the usernames, change them. That includes FTP for the IT people amongst you, FTP passwords, database passwords. Everything has to change. Delete any suspicious usernames. And when I went into the dashboard on these sites, there was a username that I don't remember, that wasn't set up by anybody I know, called Backup. Pretty clever, right? If I call the username Backup, you're not going to delete it. That was the hacker's account. So we delete that. Then I run something like WordFence, which looks at all the files and says, have these changed from the original files? The software files that run the site. And if they have, it names them. And I have to go through all those files and make sure that they are not compromised. It's fairly time consuming, sadly. And the third element is I then, once I've fixed the site, cleansed it, put in all the barriers, changed the usernames, passwords, everything is up to date plugin wise. Everything has to be up to date now. Once I've done that, I take a snapshot. I take a copy of a clean version because I don't know for sure that the hackers won't come back. Or a new hack. Just to spice things up, there was a different hack last week. Great. So, they're the 3 stages, which is update all the passwords, update all the files, clean them, and take a copy, update all the plugins. Time consuming. Time I should be spending working on the business or growing the business, which I can't because it's a bit of a firefight. Right, that is what's been happening in, what's the word? My world this week. And, I have respect for people who hack sites. I know that sounds crazy. You must be smart. I don't like it. I don't, really miffed with you right now, but you must be smart to get into people's websites like that and to methodically do it. And, when I was a teenager, Commodore 64 magazine, I can remember being so excited to see the first modem as an ad, and they basically sold it as you could hack into NASA. That was the advert. And I thought, I am going to hack into NASA. And sadly, I didn't have the money for the modem, and I certainly didn't have the brains to make it work, and probably just as well. A bad career choice. So, I have respect for you, hacker, but get a girlfriend and leave me alone, please.